the good member from the 4th Legislative District, Representative Christian.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Bad bill. Please vote no. Mr. Speaker, I had the honor of serving in the Air Force over in Australia, around the Sydney area. And I can tell you they had cameras everywhere. I thought it was quite comical when I received a letter from the Queen. It was we just happened to be driving one day and got flashed in the face. The interesting part about it is the more cameras they installed, it seemed like the public was kind of revolting and started advertising where the camera was so people wouldn't get caught. And the ones that I thought was interesting is since the city was, or the local jurisdiction was no longer able to kind of get people at the other ones, it just was a revenue generator for them, really. They started putting them mobile, like in garbage cans onto the side of the road. So as you drove down the road, you get flash and blinding you, and you're like, what in the world's going on? And it was all these speed cameras everywhere. They also had cars parked on the side of the road because people started running over the garbage cans with their 4x4s, with their big roo bumpers, costing a lot of money, and those cameras being destroyed, which was comical to watch. So they started putting them in cars. So you're driving down the street and all of a sudden a car flashed at you and quite distracted you. And I'm not sure if there was accidents created with that, I don't know. But it was extremely disturbing when you would get a flash in your face from a speed camera. Luckily, I only got one. Pretty good driver, especially over there. But Mr. Speaker, I'm concerned what's coming over here is we're getting more and more cameras. And they're not, I understand the ones in the school zones when those children are present because they turn on, the kids are present, it's a safety issue. We don't want children to get injured with cars, and I believe that behavior needs to be corrected. I also believe that it's a great idea in the construction zones where we show that we care so much about our state employees. But these are just random. Put cameras up wherever they'd like. Well, the challenge with that, Mr. Speaker, is when you create something like speeding radar guns in the old days, you got radar detectors. Well, this is no different. Purchased a new car last year for my wife, and guess what? Whenever you're driving down the road, the thing goes crazy saying red light camera ahead, or speed camera ahead, or school zone camera ahead. Heads up display goes crazy. Doesn't protect all the rest of your driving, it's just right as you're going to that camera area. So I have a feeling this will actually have a little bit opposite of what we're hoping for. Mr. Speaker, I'm also worried that at some point people will start removing license plates not to get these tickets. We don't want that. We want to continue having a good society.